Welcome to this video, everyone. We're going to go over the updated Google Ads strategy for 2025. If your store is doing over $100,000 a month and you're looking to scale to $200,000, $300,000, and even $500,000 a month and beyond using this Google Ads strategy that my clients are using to scale their stores. So if you've been watching me for a little bit of time or know my Google Ads strategy that I use for high ticket stores, let me just break it down real quick. So it consists of 3 shopping campaigns. So you're going to have top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel campaigns. So you're going to have 3 shopping campaigns per brand. So in the top of funnel, if we're selling something simple like fireplaces, we will want to rank for keywords like fireplace, 36-inch fireplace, 48-inch fireplace, and things like that. In the middle funnel, we want to rank for Majestic Fireplace, which is a brand of fireplaces. These manufacturers or brands make these fireplaces. So this is a very high intent keyword, meaning someone searching Majestic Fireplace and you carry that brand, they're very likely to convert. So that's why you want to bid higher in the middle funnel. Now, in the bottom funnel, you want to target keywords like Majestic collection or like 36-inch fireplace. So even more higher buying intent. So it could be a collection, it could be a size, it could be a variant. It just has to be the most bottom of funnel, most specific keywords that you want to show up in the bottom of funnel campaign. So you're going to have these 3 shopping campaigns and you're going to be using what's called manual CPC. And the pros of manual CPC is that you can get up and running and control the bids. You have max control. You also will have access to search terms inside of these shopping campaigns. Search terms will tell you like where and what keywords your campaigns are showing up for. For example, in your bottom funnel, if you're showing up for the wrong keywords, then you want to fix it. Or if you, in the top of funnel, if you're showing up for, let's just say, wood stove, and you're selling fireplaces. A wood stove is not a fireplace, so you want to exclude those keywords in the top of funnel campaign. So any keywords that are irrelevant, you want to use negative keywords to remove them. And combining manual CPC and search terms, that's how you are able to scale a store to 100,000 a month, assuming that these brands have demand. Now, the problem with this funnel structure is that when you're trying to scale, right, this funnel structure is really good at targeting middle funnel and bottom funnel, which is the warmer traffic. And for high ticket, that's what you should be doing in the beginning. But if you want to scale past 100,000 a month or doing more than 15 to 20,000 a month in profit, then you have to go up to the top of funnel because you're going to max out on traffic in the middle funnel and bottom funnel. Now, with my setup, we also launched a search text campaign targeting our brand. And search text campaigns are very much more scalable than shopping campaigns once you know what keywords to target. But with search text campaigns, you also run manual CPC and then you optimize the search terms. So with search text and shopping, these are very, very high intent customers and high intent keywords that you're showing up for. And then you also add on Bing, but I'm not even going to talk about Bing and Facebook ads for retargeting in this video. I'm strictly talking about Google ads for cold traffic. And then on the shopping campaigns, you have something called remarketing audiences, which are just audiences added into your shopping campaigns and your search text campaigns to remarket to these customers. And that was the strategy as of 2024. Okay, it works and it still works to this day. But if you want to scale past $100,000 a month with your store, then you want to implement a new strategy. It's somewhat new, but it's something that you want to add on. So you're going to have, I don't know why I erased remarketing, but you had remarketing. You have your remarketing audiences inside your shopping and search text campaigns. And that is a structure. If you're not doing $100,000 a month with this structure, then there's no need to add on anything else. Okay. This structure works. It's true, tried and tested. It works for multiple people. It works for all my clients to get to $100,000 a month. Okay, do not stray away from the setup. Shopping, search text, Bing, and Facebook retargeting. That's all you need to get to $100,000 a month. And even I've seen people get to that with just shopping campaigns. So adding search, adding Bing, and adding Facebook will get you more traffic, but it's not absolutely necessary to get to 100,000 a month. Now that you know this strategy, and if you don't know, then watch some of my other videos and join my free school community to learn exactly how to implement this for your own high ticket dropshipping store. Now, the strategy to add on now is we're going to make a few changes. We're going to erase, that's why I erase the remarketing audience. We're going to delete the remarketing audiences from shopping search text, and then we're going to launch a PMax campaign, which is an automated campaign for Google Ads, for your high ticket store. And PMax, if you don't know what that is, it stands for Performance Max. And Performance Max is just Google's automated campaign type. Okay, I hate automated campaigns and automated bidding strategies, but PMax actually does work in certain scenarios better than it would if you were to run a manual setup. Okay, with PMax, I would not start with anything less than $30 a day budget. And you really only want to launch PMax for brands that have enough branded volume, plus that you are trying to scale up. Okay, so you're gonna have your 3 shopping campaigns that are targeting all this traffic, and then you're gonna want to spend, when you're scaling past 100,000, in the top of funnel. Okay, in the top of funnel, you can use manual CPC, you can use maximize clicks, or you can use target ROAS, one of those bidding strategies. But I recommend still using manual CPC for top of funnel because of the fact that you can control the bids and you can control what keywords they show up for. You should still keep this funnel structure going, but you should run a PMax campaign as a remarketing campaign. Okay, in terms of what you want to add your assets. So with PMax, you're going to run on shopping. So it's still going to do shopping, but it's going to be a remarketing shopping campaign, essentially. It's going to run on display, and then it's also going to run on video. And if you don't have any videos, then it will still create videos automatically for your products that you're selling and run them as video campaigns on YouTube. So if you don't add any video assets, then you just get a bunch of random junk videos. So what I recommend is just take your supplier videos and at least use those for the video remarketing, because that's at least better than the automatically generated ones. So with PMax, you want to have your assets. So assets are essentially, or asset groups are basically just ad groups inside shopping campaigns. With asset groups, essentially you just want to have each brand as an asset group. Okay, and in each PMax campaign, you want to have essentially one specific theme. So for example, if you're selling fireplaces, you can put multiple fireplace brands as asset groups. You might have 4 brands, so you might have 4 asset groups inside the PMax campaign. Okay, and in terms of the daily budget, I wouldn't really do $30, any less than $30 a day per brand, or basically each asset group. So if you have 4 brands, then I would start at $120 a day. And that might seem crazy to you, but if you're doing 100,000 a month, you're probably already spending close to a couple $100 a day on Google Ads. So 120 will go a long ways because of the fact that PMax is going to scoop up all those conversions from these shopping campaigns, and even if they are not reported while inside these cold traffic shopping campaign, they are still doing work because PMax is just taking all the credit for all these conversions, but the shopping campaign is actually what is converting and giving you customers at a profitable cost. So your PMax campaign, $30 per brand. So if you have 4 brands, I would launch at $120 a day. It's going to run on shopping, display, video, discover, which is like Google Maps, and any of the other assets Google controls. So all these assets and then also Gmail. It will go on Gmail as well. So all those assets, PMax will go on for your asset group. And it's very important that you also turn on automated feed improvement. So make sure you turn on automatic video improvement and just turn on automatic video improvement. It's not called feed, automatic video improvement. So that way it will take your videos on YouTube that you're using for remarketing and improve those assets, so that way they run better on different devices and different platforms. So turn on automatic or automated video improvement. In terms of bidding strategy for high ticket, you always want to use maximize conversion value. So maximize conversion value. There's a difference between maximize conversions and maximize conversion value. Maximize conversion value will optimize towards higher ticket products and higher ticket orders. When you do maximize conversions, it will just not care what the conversion is. Doesn't matter if it's 5,000 or 10,000. It will just try to get you as many conversions as possible. For high ticket, when you have a large price difference, like 1,000 to 8,000, you want to maximize for a higher conversion value because those are going to be more profitable for your campaign. Okay, with PMax, it's very important that you feed it conversions or your campaigns can die. So with PMax, you want to aim for at least 2 to 5 conversions per week, and that's why it's very important to have a big enough budget. Otherwise, your PMax campaign can throttle and die. And from my experience, even if the campaign dies, I still get enough traffic into my account that it's not like it's unprofitable. It's just the attribution is terrible with Google Ads, and so you might get a bunch of phone calls and they might convert and you don't know where they're from, but it's most likely it's coming from PMax. But because of conversion tracking, because of the campaign dying, because you're not getting enough conversions, that can be the reason why you might think PMax is not doing its magic. So only launch PMax if you're doing $100,000 a month and run this setup with the shopping campaigns, the search campaigns, and the PMax campaigns. So this cold traffic side with shopping and search, that is what feeds PMax. And also what PMax, how to make PMax more successful is really your shopping feed. So if your shopping feed is unoptimized, then make sure you optimize your shopping feed. Otherwise, your PMax campaign will have terrible assets, and it's really based on your assets in your products that you provided. So if your products are converting on shopping and search, then it's going to very much so likely convert on PMax. But make sure you optimize everything and maximize everything so that way you can get the most amount of conversions on Performance Max campaigns. So that is a setup to scale from 100,000 to 500,000 and beyond with high ticket dropshipping, using shopping campaigns, search campaigns as your cold traffic sources, and using PMax for remarketing and to scale. So PMax, you're going to hit a ceiling because it's really just a remarketing campaign at the end of the day, but it's a very, very good remarketing campaign, better than trying to set up display, video, and discover campaigns all manually. This is way better. So you launch PMax, add in the assets, make sure you give them the best assets that you can, and then with PMax, you might hit a scale in terms of like how much you can spend, and that's completely fine. PMax is not supposed to be a scalable campaign. Your shopping campaigns is what is going to be your campaigns that you try to scale. Scale your top of funnel campaigns using target ROAS, or you can still use manual CPC. There's nothing really wrong with manual CPC. I really like manual CPC, but at some point, if you get enough conversions inside your shopping campaign, you can switch to target return on ad spend or target ROAS. And for top of funnel traffic, it can work a lot better than manual CPC. So that's it for the shopping campaign or the Google Ads strategy to get to $500,000 a month with high ticket dropshipping. This is what all my clients are using to scale their stores to over $500,000 a month with high ticket dropshipping. Again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.